What I do, folks, it is your host, Sensei, on Popcorn and Pork Rinds YouTube channel, and let's talk about Christianity today and patriotism. So, growing up, I grew up in a church, and I also went to a Christian private school. And I guess pretty much what I'm asking is, if you were a Christian or are a Christian, what made you start thinking outside of that Christianity box? Mind you, I have a whole bunch of stuff that's downloaded. I don't know if I'm going to go there or not, but I kind of wanted to talk about science and what's in that Epstein birthday book about alignment and vibrations. They're not talking about Christianity. And I kind of wanted to talk about how other cultures were celebrating and practicing non-Christianity things. And yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole. But I want to say this is, with me, I started asking a lot of questions because I was in this Christian private school, and I would go to Bible study and they'd teach you about, Adam and Eve and all this other stuff, and, all the animals lining up, and Adam naming each animal, and then go to science class and they're talking about dinosaurs. So Adam named all the dinosaurs? Well, no, they didn't exist, but they did exist, but they didn't. I've been questioning this stuff for a very long time. Also, I wanted to get into the supernatural because as a child, I was tormented. I didn't get this stuff because I thought it was edgy. I got it because I was losing my mind. Yeah. But what made you start thinking outside of that Christianity box? Because there's a lot of things, especially when you're comparing it to science and everything else. But I will say this about what I mentioned before, patriotism and Christianity. I see a lot of people that get online and talk about they're Christian and don't do anything Christian-like. Do not do anything Christian-like. Same thing with patriots. They'll put on a shirt that has a fucking American flag, or they'll have that stupid-ass tattoo talking about we the people, and then don't do no we the people type shit. Super anti-Christian, super anti-patriotism, talking about you can't do this, you can't do that, fall in line. Make that make sense to me, please. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash Christians and patriots. I know, I've already thrown enough shade. There's a whole forest of shade trees. But if you go down these rabbit holes, it might wake you up to something. But guess what? This is what we're going to do this morning. I got the old trust the Bible, right? For one, I want to point it out is that when people talk about they're Christian and don't do anything Christian, let's read a verse together, okay? This is Matthew. Judging others, right? Do not judge, or you too will be judged. There's a lot of judgment. A lot. That's all these bastards do, is just judge. But don't follow the word. Fake ass Christians. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. Don't say nothing bad about him while going out there and speaking ill of everyone else. Casting stones in glass houses, right? Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? Question mark. How you can say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, when all the time there's a plank in your own eye. You hypocrite. First take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they will trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. These fake ass Christians, specifically online, they don't follow not a single word from the Bible. They just say that they're a Christian, right? Same thing with patriots, talking about, well, if you burn the flag, well, then I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm also a Christian. You're inciting violence, and also you can burn the American flag legally. Now, I know if you want to talk about the guy that went to jail because he burned the flag, he burned something, which happened to be a flag, in a park, right? Which is illegal. But it wasn't because of the flag itself burning. So why is it that people that claim to be Christian and claim to be patriots don't do any Christian-like things or any patriotism type things, right? And a lot of those people are the ones that have said civil war and give us the green light. Why is that? Is that projection? These people are the biggest fucking clowns on the planet. And they'll throw all this shit in your face and not even follow it themselves. Do as I say, not as I do, right? But otherwise, what was it, if you used to be a Christian, what changed your mind? Let me know in the comment section.